Alright, so now that we have this in here, what do you do with it? That's going to be up to you. I'm going to do some kind of ceiling thing. I can see that maybe you do some kind of wall thing. But I'm just going to take you through what I'm going to do, and then you can kind of decide on your own what your plan is. So I'm just going to use this one right here, curve into points. I'm going to throw down just basically 2 points. It's one curve. I'm going to rebuild that curve so I have a few more points that I can deal with. Yeah, I think I'll probably go with 5 point count, and then let's see, I'm going to move it in to right on this, since I've put in this LED lighting strip. I'm going to use that as kind of a demarcator for my design. Alright, so I'm going to turn points on, and let's see, I have points there, there, and there. I might rebuild it again. I'm going to throw in 7 points, and then I'm going to move basically these points move one that's just outside of the LED strip, and the other, see where the other ones are. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Have one just outside, and then this one I'm going to pull right up to it. Alright, cool. So now I have that built, I'm just going to copy it into a few other places. Put one right there, one right there, and one right there. Alright, so now I have my 5 curves. I'm going to go ahead and lock the rest of the model, so then I can just kind of do these. Probably want the clipping plane to be on its own thing. Put it over here. Lock that too. Okay, so now I should be able to just grab them as I need to. I'm going to turn on record history. This is a button that I don't know if you use a lot, but if you don't, you probably should learn to use it a little bit. It's pretty cool. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to I'll leave it here. I'm going to turn my points on, and in fact, I'm going to select each one. I'll tell you what that record history is here in a second. I'm going to loft it. And normal, that's fine. Okay, nothing really looks like it happened, but I'm going to show you what can happen. Let's see. I'm going to grab both of these points. I'm going to pull them down. Oh. Apparently I didn't do it right. Let's turn on record history. Now let's loft. Let's hit that one, this one, and this one. And say OK. Alright, now I'm going to bring this down. And what you can see is that because I had lofted through those curves, that record history is holding on to that moment. Even though it's not on now, what I did is I hit record history before I did the loft, and so that's tied to this. So if I grab these, pull it down, it's automatically pulling that loft. So basically those curves, as I edit them, are going to allow us all to see instant change. So I'm just going to do a few things. Not going to go crazy. I'm trying to make sure that this lofted plane doesn't go below the my lighting, assuming that is like a perfect placement for my lighting. I'm not sure that's really the case, but so I'm kind of manipulating it to react right. Alright, let's see. I probably want to do, that's pretty cool. Really just going to try to mimic that a little bit on every surface. It's going to be kind of a subtle thing. Let's see, what else? Maybe right here. Okay, so we have that. Now, kind of the question is, how would you actually execute this? So, a couple of ways we could do it. You know, we could do a series of sections of this and basically build it up and still do it out of kind of plaster or something that has a solid surface. I'm talking about actually execute this architecturally. So there's a lot of different ways that we might kind of start to create this. The other way would be to create a series of ribs that would be, you know, made out of fins or something like that, so it just kind of articulates the surface, even though there'd be gaps between. Kind of a digital fab look. I'm not certain. What I plan on doing, but I think what I'm going to need to do though is to give it a mass, a full kind of mass. So to do that, we have to work a little bit harder. Alright, so now we have this surface. I think I'm just going to make it a little bit more potentially custom to what we're doing here. Move it down like maybe an inch. History is broken. That's to be expected, honestly. I'll put it down another 2 inches maybe. I was just trying to get it out of hitting the surface, so I might still need to go half an inch. This is, everybody's going to have their own design, so you don't have to really worry about that, but there's some techniques that I'm using that you might want to think about. So now, because I want to have it, that LED strip, for whatever reason, kind of show up, I'm just going to create a rectangle. Doesn't look perfect. Over a little bit. That's better. Gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna make it solid. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to delete the so I'm gonna have it go 12 inches. Maybe make sure that it's cutting through the surface. I'm gonna move it back up 3 inches. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can't bring that surface back. Okay, I'm going to, well, we'll see what happens. Boolean difference. And then select this. Let's try that again. Boolean difference. And then select that. Okay. Sweet. I'm not sure I really wanted to have these edges there, so I might just extract that surface. Okay, so now I have just the surface. I'm going to go ahead and export that, or I guess I'll do that in the next video. So there we go. We've got our custom piece made. I want you guys to make your own custom piece. I want it to be contextual within your test room. So either ceiling, wall, kind of referencing maybe a light fixture if you're going to kind of, create some openings around these light fixtures, or maybe those fixtures. Do something that's custom, cool, and kind of pushes you to kind of think about it in a little different way.